All right, Shalom Yasharallah. Peace, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who has taught us this truth. And also peace and salutation to the hopeful elect out here laboring in truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth, under the standard and the banner of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kadash. And also peace and salutation, all right, to the believers out there, the 1/3, the men, women, and children that believe and have faith in the names of Yahweh Shemel Shah, that are turning back to Yahweh Shemel Shah and getting right in these times. That way they be receive a chance to salvation. All right, Shalom. It's the brother Karab here from the GMS Boston camp. Before I go into the names that I have mentioned, was Yahweh, which means He is, He exists. All right, who the world ignorantly call God. All right, but truly His name is Yahweh, who is the Heavenly Father. All right, and not God, not Jehovah, not Yahweh. All right, so once again, Yahweh, Bahashim, in the name, Yahweh Shai, being the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, but truly His name is Yahweh Shai, which means He saves, He delivers, which is Omen Nomen. All right, Bahashim once again is in the name. Rakah, Quadash. So Rakah being spirit, Quadash being holy. So that was said and that was the Holy Spirit. And that was said in the Lashwan Quadash, which is the holy tongue. All right, which is the Paleo Hebrew. And that word Paleo goes back to ancient. So it's the ancient Hebrew. All right. So once again, it's the brother Karab here from the GMS Boston camp. And I just want to touch on a quick lesson. And I pray and hope that this lesson is edifying. All right. And as you see on the screen, this is a video clip from WorldStarHipHop.com, and it says, "Well, damn, Trump supported Chase Biden, Joe Biden's campaign bus out of Austin, Texas area." And I'm gonna read the description, and I'm gonna play the video, and it reads, a group of Trump supporters. You know, give me 1 second, Salakia. Hey, Salakia about that. All right. So once again, the title reads, "Well, damn, Trump supporter chased Joe Biden campaign bus out of Austin, Texas area." In the description, it says, a group of Trump supporters on the outskirts of Austin reportedly ran their Biden campaign bus out of town after trying to hold an event there. A few Democratic lawmakers who were riding in a Biden bus and hoping to stump for JB, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris. All right, it says Pflugerville, Texas, on Friday, tweeted on the frightening encounter as it was unfolding, claiming they had to abandon their plan for security reasons. All right, so I'm gonna play the video.
7:40 a.m. just said something about there's a Trump rally coming to Houston. All right, the asshole waiting for the light turn red. It should be exiting pretty soon, I think.
Oh, that's perfect.
They slowed way down when I got in front of them. Looks like Stevie just got here.
Hey, Crash, you gotta speak louder. I really can't hear it at all whenever you talk.
Running them out of Texas. It is hilarious. I'm about to run out of gas, which I'm sure some of you would love. Shit, look at that. Oh my God. This car is trying to get in. That's the car that's with the bus. California plates. Y'all saw that here, right? I videotaped it. This stupid car swerved into that truck.
All right. And as you see, you know, those Edomite Trump supporters, all right, they're they're serious about standing their ground on what they saying, man, because you know they don't want, you know, the initial plan is if Trump wins, that you know they're gonna have to stand their ground and defend themselves, and if Trump loses, they're gonna be out there acting a fool, man. All right, they're gonna initially act a fool because ultimately they're holding on to Trump as their last hope, as some call him, the great white hope. All right, but that's for them. All right, that's for them Edomites. All right, because at the end of the day, you know, they want if Joe Biden and them gets in, all right, which he's also a devil as well. He's an Edomite devil. And you know, our people fall for the trickery, the deception, because you know that's what a devil is. A devil deceives people, and Joe Biden is a deceiver. All right, and regardless, at the end of the day, they're still gonna follow through on their plans. All right, which is to issue a new world order to come down on Jake. When I say Jake, I'm talking about you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native and Seminole Indians. All right. That's the primary targets of these Edomite these elites, and you know Joe Biden and Trump falls under that. All right, they fall under the orders of the elite. All right, but you have these peon Edomites that are just willing to stand their ground. They go as far as chasing the campaign bus out of the city, out of their area. All right, and that shows you the great division that's taking place in this time, man. All right, and the Lord is bringing division. And exactly what he said. He said he was going to come and bring division. But this is Luke 11 and verse 17. All right. And it reads, but he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house, and a house divided against a house falleth. All right. And what are you talking about? That's talking about the Republicans versus the Democrats. All right, which are two wings on the same bird. All right, you have the left and you have the right, which is going to ultimately they're all following the same plans and same orders. All right, but when you have the people on the low, on the bottom, underneath the, you know, these peon Edomites and these peon Trump supporters and these Joe Biden supporters, all right, you're going to have a massive conflict because they're falling into the schemes and the deception of Esau Edom, all right? So what happened is, you know, you see a division and that house is divided against itself, all right? So showing you, what is it, Isaiah 30? Is it Isaiah 30? No, Isaiah 19. That Egyptian versus Egyptian. All right. And this is Isaiah 19 and 2. And it says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. And that's what we see in this clip. All right. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. And once again, that's division. So and it says, how can it stand? All right. How can it stand if they're not on the same page? All right. Because ultimately, how this they had to be in league. They had to be on one accord to build up this kingdom. All right. So now the Lord is breaking it down, and what is he doing? He's imploding it. So that means it's getting ruined and destroyed within. All right. But he's using the hands of these you know, gun-toting Edomites. All right. That believe so hard in their system and believe so hard in obtaining and keeping, you know, America great again. All right. But also it goes into, once again, Egyptian against Egyptian, because America is also known as spiritual Sodom in Egypt. All right. So even with Black Lives Matter versus the Proud Boys and the right-wing militias or the right-wing supporters. All right. So all these things is taking place, man, but it's showing you that the Lord is bringing great division. And if this is happening now, how much more on Tuesday, which is going to be the day, what is it, November 3rd, the day of election, and how much more after that? All right. Which I got an article, All right, I'm done with that. Which I have an article on RT News, and I'm gonna just go into it. And it says trouble ahead. Stores boarded up across the United States over fear of widespread looting and riots around election. And why would it be a widespread looting and riot around election time? Because somebody didn't get their way. Somebody lost and another person won. All right, which is gonna cause is friction. All right, that's gonna cause friction, and that's what's ultimately gonna lead to looting, rioting, and just acting all out chaos. All right, and that's why they're starting to set up these National Guards. Once again, they're starting to bring them back out. All right, and it's once again, what's that? Let me bring it out real quick. 2 Corinthians. Is it 1 Corinthians? Nope. Let's see. 2 Corinthians 2:11, and it reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices." All right, and what we see is what's going on in Philly. All right, it just so happened to take place a week before the election. All right, so now what they're doing, they're bringing in the National Guard, they're bringing in martial law in Philadelphia. But how much more, even with the anticipation of what's going to take place after the election, you know, they're going to set up these troops, man. All right, these martial law troops, the National Guards. As you see right here, they're boarding up their windows because they're scared. Businesses boarding up their windows because they're scared that the looting is gonna spark off. All right. And I'm going to go into it. It says city. This was posted October 31st, 2020, the year of prophecy. So this is today. It was updated. It was posted. All right, 2020 being the year of prophecy, coined by Apostle Tahar. All right, it says cities around the United States are batting down the hatchet in anticipation of violence around the presidential election. Stores are being boarded up throughout the nation, and the National Guard is preparing for activation. All right, it says with elections day now looming large, business owners in the major city, including New York, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and Denver, have boarded up their stores in hope of avoiding being targeted by looters and rioters. Washington, D.C. is forecast to be the epicenter of the unrest as polling in the highly contagious contest between incumbent President Donald Trump and Democrat nominee Joe Biden draws to a close on Tuesday. It said left-wing activists are descending on the United States Capitol for a mass demonstration on polling day, and security experts have predicted that violence could erupt no matter what the results of the vote shows. All right, so no matter who wins on either side, if Trump wins, it's gonna be crazy. If Biden wins, once again, it's gonna be crazy because that's showing you that once again they talk about that anticipation of violence. All right. America's through. This is a sign. This is a great sign to show you that America's through. All right. And it's been more divided more than ever. Last time it was like this was during the Civil War. All right. But now we're coming into a time that's going to surpass anything that happened in history. All right. It's going to surpass anything that ever happened in history pertaining to Daniel's 12:1. All right. And also Matthew, the 24th chapter. All right. So what's going to happen now is going to be far more exceedingly crazier than anything that ever happened in history. All right. And it says a collective of activist groups, including Black Lives Matter and Shut Down DC, are planning an 8-hour demonstration in the shadow of the White House. Shut Down DC protesters have revealed that they are rehearsing election meltdown simulation and have planned to indefinitely occupy public spaces. It says activists from both sides of the political divide have also announced plans to monitor polling stations on election day. The police will also be out in force as D.C. Metro Police Chief Peter Newsham pledged that the entire department will be working on election day. All right. The force also splurged tens of thousands of dollars in riot control ammunition after unrest throughout the summer depleted its stockpile. in New York City, the police issued an order that trash cans be removed from key thoroughfares to prevent them from being used as projectile. All right, you see the measures that they're going to even going to the point of removing trash cans. All right, having police at each post station. All right, because they said these these Black Lives Matter and shut down DC. They're gonna be sitting there at those poles as well. It says a similar directive was issued to restaurants telling them to remove chairs and tables that have been used for outdoor dining. On Friday, workers were busily boarding up stores on the city iconic Fifth Avenue thoroughfare. Several states are preparing to deploy the National Guards in a bid to clamp down on unrest. The reserve military force is already patrolling the streets of Philadelphia after multiple nights of protests and looting following the police shooting of Walter Wallace Jr. this week. All right, so you see, there's the images. But hey, man, this is hey, let's get into some prophecy, man. All right. 2 Ezra 15:1. I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to jump down. Behold, speak down the ears of my people, who are you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latin and Seminole and Native Indians. All right. And also the Israelite foreigners that are scattered amongst the other nations, who may look like and may speak the language of the other nation, but their lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which makes them Israelites. All right. So once again, 15:1. 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak down the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that's the point. That's the key point, because the things that's mentioned in the scriptures are faithful and true. The words of Yahweh Shema Shai are faithful and true. So what's going to take place is what is said to take place will take place. So it's no stopping. It's nothing that can stop this from going down. All right. Prophecy means to say. Prophecy or prophesy means to say before, say something before. It's also like foreseeing. All right, foreseeing or being foretold of what's going to happen. All right, verse 3 says, "Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." All right, and behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right, now I'm gonna jump down. To verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand." All right, and the sword also is a killing instrument. So it can be a gun, it can be a knife, it can be a stone. All right, it can be anything that they use to kill someone. All right, so. And that's why they were saying they're taking away the trash cans and chairs, all those things that can bring forth can be used as projectiles, right? Verse 15 again, it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the sword in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another." All right, sedition meaning speaking out against the government. All right, and then what you're gonna have if Trump wins? You're going to have what you got speaking out, but you also have people taking matters into their own hand. Same vice versa if Biden wins, all right? It says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." So even if the police is out, even if the mayor says to calm down, even if Trump and them or Biden or whatever the case may be mentions anything, or even anyone above them, they're not going to regard the message, or they're not going to regard the words that come out their mouth, because it's going to happen, all right? That's what I'm saying. This place is too far gone. It's too far. It's circling the drain right now. All right. "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power." All right. And what's gonna end up leading to? Verse 17: "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." All right, because they're pushing that this coronavirus is the second lockdown. Coronavirus is the numbers are going up, and with all these people being out there, once again, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. They're gonna use the situation. They're gonna use the voting. They're gonna use all these things, the protesters, the riots, the looting. They're gonna use all those justifying and bringing, the lockdown, bringing that draconian laws, the draconian measures. All right. And this is a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled. All right. And the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity on his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, so that's what we're coming into, man. These are the times. Second Ezra is literally acting out right in front of our eyes. All right, and what we ought to do is just sit back as men of the Lord and as servants of Yahweh Shemel Shah and believers of Yahweh Shemel Shah. What we ought to do is remove ourselves and not be a part of that, but continue to do what we was doing, which is to serve Yahweh Shemel Shah, pray, fast, do the things that are pleasing unto him, so we may be able to escape these times. All right, but just showing you that, hey, as you see the world's getting ready, all right, we need to get ready as well. But we need to get ready spiritually, because we have an opportunity to be pardoned. All right, we have an opportunity to be pardoned in what's to come, which is the time of Jacob's trouble, which is all hell breaking loose. All right, but the world, hey man, in the world they're gonna have tribulation. All right, well, what is it? Let me get it real quick. Second Ezra 8 and 50. 50. Let me see. Is it? That's 7. Salaki. Second Ezra 8 and 50. And it reads, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. All right. And then once again, here go, but verse 51. So that's what's going to happen to the people in the world. Many great miseries are going to take place in the world. All right, so you open your door, you look at the news, show it's going to be all hell, all chaos, man. It's going to be all hell breaking loose. But verse 51, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. So search, all right. For unto you paradise is open. Paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time is come. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is built and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. All right. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. All right. Sorrows are passed away. And in the end, it showed the treasures of immortality. So what we have to come is the kingdom. All right. So that's the glory that we seeking out. And we all have, the elect is all on one accord. All right. The elect is seeking out the same thing. All right. I'm going to jump down. All right. And I'm going to just read verse 61. I'm ended off here. Verse 61, it says, and therefore is my judgment now at hand. All right. So judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shah is starting to take place. It's been taking place, actually. This 2020 has been the year of prophecy, has been a rough year for the people of the world, man. But it's been a beautiful year for the servants of Yahweh Shemel Shah, because we know what's to come. All right. And just sit back and just enjoy the ride. Make sure you got your seatbelt on and just enjoy the ride. So with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Akakadash, Dabonis to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule one who has taught us this truth. And also peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. And with that, I want to say Shalom, Abba, Kwam Yashara.